GFAL. All right, it looks. I expected an ABC to come in here. I counted these waves wrong apparently in here. It's really choppy up through here. Okay, for a token that just launched in March of 23, token or coin. All right, it's not a lot to go on here. All right, now if I look at this chart, all right, this thing looks like it's going to go higher. All right, if what tells me that is if I put a Fibonacci on this thing, all right, it broke through the 786. Okay, that's a very very crucial area. All right, the 618, 702, and your last area is at 786. It has broken through that. Now, to give you a couple examples real quick, all right, we're going to go right back here. Bitcoin dominance just did this. All right, look what happened. All right, here's the 786. You can see it shot right up to that first target, the 1.618 at 54.21%, and it nailed it. All right, hit it right on the dot. Bitcoin. All right, similar thing here. All right, let's get on here. It broke up through this 786. Its first target is up here at 36,000, and you can see it's almost there now. Okay, so you can see how crucial. Once it gets through that 786, that's a very big area to get through. Okay, now GFAL has poked through the 786. Okay, so that first price target up here would be at 0.0339. All right, would be looking for somewhere around there. Okay, now if we look at the RSIs, we have the daily still heading up. Now there's something I want to cover here too. All right, the weekly's trying to turn back up. Okay, it is pointed down. It's bearish right now, 46 and a 57, but you can see it curving. It's trying to get back up there. All right, the 12-hour is at a 100 and a 95. Still technically bullish right now. The 8-hour is at a 100 and a 100. The 4-hour is bearish at a 96 and a 97. Now, quite honestly, I'd be expecting some kind of possible pullback here. Okay. Now, what worries me is right here. All right, I'm going to show you. Right down here, we have lower highs. Okay, and up here on price, especially like right, through here. Okay, this is right now it's showing, but if this comes in lower than this or this over here, we have bearish divergence. Okay, even if it, whoops, sorry about that. Even if it gets up, if this pushes up higher and it doesn't break above, call it that, where are we at here? Roughly, right that area there. If it doesn't take out this high over here, then we have a lower high, okay, which would be bearish divergence. So obviously I want to see this thing come up, come up, make a higher high than over here, and then correct back down. Okay, then we wouldn't have any bearish divergence in there. I'm a big believer in divergences, that's for sure. All right, so we've broken that 786. Now if we go into 4-hour and look at this thing, where could this pull back to? Okay, let's go back out here, the daily. Boy, there's so much chop in this price action, compared to other charts. There's a lot of chop in here. All right, now where could this pull back to? We would go from the low, swing low to the high. Well, usually that 618 is a perfect pullback area, but you can see here. Let me see here if I can see any. Let's look at the weekly. Any strong? Oh yeah, we got massive support area right there. We got. We're gonna put a line. I just started covering this, guys, so just have a little bit of patience here. There's a resistance line there. Okay, that we came up and hit. The daily, it gets very choppy through here. I'm looking for a possible pullback area that this thing could pull back to, because well, the reason I say that is the 4-hour RSI is way up there, okay, way up there, 79 down at the bottom. The 8-hour, right up the top, 100 and a 100, okay. Usually you have a pullback and then a bounce up, okay. Right here, this looks like the most legit area that I could come up with here, possibly something like this. Pull back down to this area and then a bounce up. All right, this is a very, very good support area. You also got one up through here. You got one there. You got some higher support areas. Worst case scenario, it pulls back down that 0.0248 and then bounces out of there. But we still have this daily heading up, okay, which is huge. We've taken out the 786, which is another massive move. Very rarely do you take out the 786 and then not go higher. Okay, you can see it's poked above that 786. All right, it has that all-time high over here of 0.0287. I would be expecting within the next few days of it, taking that out. I would imagine, especially with this daily heading up still. But watch for this bearish divergence down here. You want to get a higher high. It technically hasn't even got higher than, or even just as high as these highs here on the RSI. So pay very, very close attention to that, okay? And if it wasn't for the fib, I would be thinking that it's probably going to roll over from here, but it looks like it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave up in here. Not financial advice, guys. I'm not a financial advisor. This coin is very new. Not a lot of price action to go on. You can see right here, it's just not a lot to go on. The only thing I can go on is the RSIs, and if this weekly does not turn back up, okay, then this thing is in for a downfall. But I'm expecting a move up here. I really am. I'm expecting it to take that out, especially since it broke that 786. That's my major indicator right there, okay, and the daily still heading up. I would expect a short-term pullback within, the next day or two, and then that push up, and then I would expect a bigger correction to come in here. Usually after 5 waves up, you have an ABC, so keep your eye out for that. All right, guys, thank you so very, very much. If it takes out, the way to negate this, okay, if it takes out 0.02487 right there, then this 5 waves is out, okay? If it pulls down any deeper, then right here, okay, 0.02482, 2487, somewhere around there, if it pulls deeper than that right here, then that 5 waves up is out. Then I would say this thing's probably coming down instead of up. All right, there's no way you can tell 100%. All right, I'm trying to give you guys some areas to keep an eye on, what to watch for, and but I'm expecting a 4th wave pullback and then a 5th wave up. Like I said, that target for this thing is up at 0.0338. That's the 1618 Fibonacci area. All right, guys, thank you so very much. Have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.